Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Spotlight. I'm Dinah Ventura. Today we're in Baguio City to check out the bridal fair organized by the Baguio Wedding and Event Suppliers Organization, or BWESO. Wow, what a mouthful! Anyway, we're here to welcome two of the members of BWESO to talk to us about what's happening today and this weekend. So we have with us Rhia Darang, VP of BWESO, and Topper Ballola, lead photographer of El Garaje Studios. Welcome to Spotlight.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so how's everything? It's raining. It's raining hard. So kumusta naman ng fair niyo so far?
Honestly, the rain is already part of Baguio. There are two seasons here in Baguio, rainy and rainier.
Rainy and rainier.
Rainier. So last year it was the same.
Yes.
It was raining, just the same. And right now we have included some suppliers from the what do you call this now, like quartets from the music industry for as suppliers here. And so far it's doing good, but hopefully it will be better tomorrow on the last day.
Okay, tomorrow's the last day. So
Yes.
it's always a 3-day event.
Yes po.
Okay, so last year you had your first one,
Yes, ma'am.
if I understand correctly. And this is your
Second year. Opo.
Okay, so what's different this year from last year?
Oh, last year it was kind of experimental, actually. It went about because BCC offered to help us because they wanted to uplift the wedding industry since, diba, it was also realized during the pandemic that the wedding industry didn't belong anywhere. Parang ganon. So, we were just freelancers, parang ganon. And then eventually, when the pandemic happened, we needed to organize ourselves so we could go in, we could ask for support from the government, likewise, and immunization, vaccinations po. Because after that, we were already recognized by the local government of Baguio.
So you mean to say BWESO was formed just to put up the bridal fair?
No, ma'am.
Or you were established long before?
Just during the pandemic.
Yeah, during the pandemic.
Oh, that was like last year, all 2019.
No, yeah, 2 years ago.
Yes, 2 years ago po, we had that because we needed to organize ourselves.
And tell us a little bit about your membership. What is BWESO made up of?
So BWESO is made up of suppliers ranging from videographers, photographers, coordinators, of course. We also have caterers, basically everyone from the field of what do you call this now, of weddings. And as Ma'am Rhia said, we really weren't anywhere kasi during that time, ayudas were big. We need to realize all of us here had a hard time. We didn't have weddings, we didn't have events.
There were no events at all.
There were no events at all. And so we really, like, saan ilalagay yung ayuda sa mga
Saan kukunin?
Saan kukunin and saan kami? So tama
Where
yung
do we
sabi
belong
mo, where do we
nung
belong?
time na yon? And then, ang galing lang, we have a very good mayor also. And then, they realized na as much as in all the industries, we belong pala in tourism. Why tourism? Because during every wedding, most of our weddings, we are a destination venue for wedding destination venue ang Baguio. So they realize every time we do have weddings, we bring about mga less than, more or less, 100 people up to Baguio. So, the whole per event. And during nung time na kalakasan, we had about, ano ba yung December? December kasi we didn't celebrate Christmas. Yung industry namin before the pandemic because ang weddings noon was like
Probably
every day, parang ganon.
20 in
In a
December.
day.
In a month.
In a month.
Yes, ma'am.
So how big are we talking about? How big is the industry in Baguio?
Wow.
We have like how many businesses?
For BWESO, we have about 150 members.
That's a lot.
Yes po. We didn't realize nga na we had that much.
Also, you realize
Yes, also. So when we had BWESO na, ganun pala kadami yung nasa industry.
Yes.
So, what is the advantage of booking a local supplier?
Okay, I want to start, before I answer that, I want to start with historically, the Cordilleras has been artistic in a way. Our culture is rich and it overflowed into the generation that we have maybe before us. It's a Baguio's a magnet. That's why we have the likes of Ben Cab, who's not really from Baguio. We have Vic Theismann, who's a photographer, he's not from Baguio. Tanya Falia is also not from Baguio, and they went here probably because of the magnet. I really can't explain it.
Artists gravitate towards
Yes,
Baguio,
yes, I think so.
About the air.
The air, or probably we have fresh air, we have nature here. And then you include Baguio as a melting pot because we are the destination for education just as well. So have all of that. You can just imagine converging, and you have the creativity.
Yeah.
So
Creative explosion.
yes, actually. So the reason I'm saying this is because I don't think that there's a lack of creativity with Baguio compared to the other places in the Philippines. So why book locals? Logistically, we know Baguio. We know every corner, we know every nook. We know the lighting conditions of this church or this garden or that hotel. So, I mean, why? I mean, you could always book, of course, maybe your dream photographer or videographer from Manila, but you know, locals, we know like each corner really. So that's a really huge advantage. Creatively, we're equal. I believe that.
Okay.
Kaso, if just let's try to reverse it. Bring me to Manila and I wouldn't know anything about yung mga eskinita. So I think that's the greatest advantage of any local supplier. So it's the same.
With the
Yes
place,
po.
you know where to go.
Yes
to
po.
look for.
Yes po. And it's good that we know like even the waiters, you know, from top to bottom. So it's an advantage really, home court advantage.
For clients, does that mean it's also cheaper for them to book local?
Yes, ma'am, because you won't have any out-of-town fees. And likewise, actually, it's been happening now lately. We have been outsourced by most Manila suppliers, especially during the pandemic, because yung health protocols ng Baguio, it is so famous, di ba, mama? We were so strict, and so ang nangyari, like last year, ang umaakyat na lang yung leads, and then they book the local ones. Because every time you go up to Baguio before, you had to do the antigen test, and you had to register, and very strict kasi. So, in a way, it also gave rise, at saka parang na-promote yung local talents because of that. Because Manila saw that, pwede ang mga taga Baguio. So, yun.
Mga impormasyong direktang makukuha mula sa sources at diretsahang usapan. Yan ang atid namin sa inyo sa programang Straight Talk. Samahan nyo kami sa makabuluhang talakayan live tuwing Martes alas 10 ng umaga sa official Facebook page ng Daily Tribune at Tribune Now on YouTube. Magandang araw mga katribo! Narito na ang mga makakasama nyo tuwing umaga sa programang Gising Na. Roy Pelovelo, Comfy Manalo, Vernon Velasco, Kim Sancha at Chirk Balagtas. Abangan ang programang Gising Na sa Facebook page ng Daily Tribune.
Ilabas na ang mainit na kape at samahan kami sa inyong pag-almusal, mga katribo.
Sama-sama natin alamin ang mga natatagong istorya sa mga latest na kaganapan sa loob at labas ng bansa.
Maaari niyo rin ibahagi sa amin ang inyong opinion via Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now sa YouTube.
Makichika na rin sa latest showbiz happenings, mga katribo.
Kaya naman, magsama-sama po tayo sa
Gising na!
Back to Spotlight, and we're still here with the Vice President of BWESO, Ms. Rhia Darang, and the co-founder and lead photographer of El Garaje Studios, Mr. Topper Ballola. Welcome back to Spotlight. So, a while ago we were talking about how BWESO has sort of organized the creative minds of Baguio to to build an industry that's really very local with the flavor of Baguio. So, what does BWESO as an organization hope to achieve in general?
Part of our mission talaga with BWESO is really to unite everybody. Because yun nga, during the pandemic, we didn't know that we have about 150 people working in the same industry. Before the pandemic, we were so busy siguro working. Wala ka nang kilala. And now, it became parang one big family. Right now, even with the bridal fair, ang goal namin now is to have everybody going home with a booking.
Yes.
Parang every day we go around and ask people if they booked a client already. Kasi if not, the layout of the bridal fair was done in such a way that the coordinators are in the first area. So once they get their bookings already, they'll lead all the guests to the other suppliers na wala pang booking.
Helping each other.
Yes po.
So,
Opo.
walang competition.
Bawal. Bawal. Opo. Kasi ang liit ng industry, ma'am eh. So, we really have to work together and, di ba, parang lahat kami taga Baguio. Parang gano'n.
To help each other.
Yes po. Opo.
And how has the response been so far for this event?
As suppliers, it's been really, really positive. Especially last year, I think it was even harder last year because we had really less weddings last year. But to actually have a booking, things that you take for granted. Kasi nung pre-pandemic, I mean, daming mga bookings eh. Tapos biglang nawala. So when we had the bridal fair here last year, you realize na kung gaano ka kalaki to be in this industry and to have those bookings. And now, dumadami na, we're more united. So as Miss Rhia said, it's really about the unity and probably to also build the creative minds of, you know, the suppliers here in Baguio by inspiring each other in a way. Parang ganun.
Diba, a Baguio wedding, it should have its own, diba, character or distinction.
Yes po.
Okay, so thank you so much for inviting us here in your beautiful event. But before we let you go, please invite everyone, our viewers, to visit Baguio and maybe check out your businesses. So please.
Everybody is welcome po in Baguio and experience the Baguio magic that we have. Although you have to register, a little lang, we're very cautious about everybody's safety. Pero right now, Baguio is opening up and we have new places to go to. And as always, I know you've missed Baguio terribly dahil with all the pandemic. Ngayon, it's open again and please come and visit us here in Baguio.
As Miss Rhia said, we're inviting everyone to come over to Baguio. Each city, each location has its own magic. Baguio has its own magic. You've seen the pictures, you've seen the photos. For you to experience it, you really have to come here. Have your wedding here. You'll realize that there's something na pwede mong babalik-balikan, not just on your wedding day. So hope that you will see us here.
And there we have it. Thank you so much, Rhia and Topper, for this opportunity. And thank you to our Katribus for tuning in today. You can watch Spotlight every Friday at 2 p.m. on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and on Tribune Now on YouTube. Once again, I am Dinah Ventura with Rhia Darang and Topper Ballola. And this has been Spotlight.
Be updated sa news and happenings katribu. Hatid ng Daily Tribune sa inyo ang mga balitang napapanahon sa loob at labas ng bansa. Kami na ang bahala sa paghahatid sa inyo ng mga latest and reliable news. We got you covered sa programang Tribune News on Q. Mapapanood mula umaga hanggang gabi, Lunes hanggang Biyernes sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube.
We would like to thank the following: Araneta, Pag-ibig, SM Supermall, Veteran, Divina Law Offices, ICTSI, Xlog, Globe, Kia, PLDT, Cherry, Tanawan, Prime Homes, RLC, Pure Gold, Meralco, and SM Retail.